Here we are the Monday before Thanksgiving, and somebody is already putting up Christmas decorations. What are you doing?
Look how cute they are.
It does look really good. Nice work.
I think we all need a little extra, holiday spirit this year. So I got started a little early. Every year we make these little orange garlands and they're like my favorite thing. So we got our mantle all set up. I got these super cute houses from Target. This nice greenery. It's looking good.
It's like Martha Stewart up in here.
Thank you. Let's have some coffee.
All this Christmas talk is getting me in the mood for some candy canes.
Speaking of cane, let's do a cane project. We bought this piece yesterday on Facebook Marketplace for $45. When I'm looking for pieces to cane, I always look for these ones that have glass because it's the easiest to pop out and just staple the cane right in. It's just a super simple project. So you can find other pieces that don't have glass that you can actually just use a saw to cut a hole out for your cane. But when you find them with these glass pieces, it's so simple and all you need to have is a stapler. So what we're gonna do to this one is actually take out all this glass, and then I'm gonna go get my cane and staple it in. We're not gonna paint this piece because it's in really good condition as is. I really like it because it's really modern and cool, and then the cane will make it feel really boho-y and kind of soften it up a little bit. So I really like to mix my styles when I'm decorating for my home and things like that. So that's why we chose this piece, and yeah. Oh, and Jamie's gonna take off these handles and spray paint them gold because we love gold. Dude, what are you doing?
What do you mean?
We can just take them out. Look. You don't have to break them. Why do you always gotta break stuff?
No.
You can just take them out by this.
Sorry, I kind of just wanted to break stuff.
So we are trying to measure this a couple times to make sure that we have this correct because cane is really expensive. It's like $14 a foot. So we have one piece that we're gonna cut both panels out. So I need to measure to 14 because that's the width of the first door. 6 1/4, wow. So next we're gonna give this cane a bath. I'm just gonna soak it in water, just a little bit warm, so that it gets into the fibers. And then that way it's a lot easier to work with, so it's not so bendy. And also when it dries, it makes it really nice and tight. Because otherwise it'll be kind of like wavy. So now that it's full of water, we're gonna let it soak for about a half an hour to get it nice and soaked. And then we'll take it out and actually just tack it onto our piece.
Cute little handles. So spray painting knobs is actually pretty easy, but it's also really easy to mess up. So I'm gonna show you a few tips today just to make sure you are doing it right and you don't get any drips. So I'm gonna go past the knobs on each stroke so that I don't build up too much paint on one end. So just like this. That way it's a nice even coat all the way across. So I'm just doing a light coat. I want to do at least 2 light coats. We don't want to put it on too heavy because then, again, we'll get drips and it won't look professional or nice. All right, so that's it. We got it in here. We're ready to staple on the cane. So you want to make sure you're getting as thin of staples as possible. Last time we did this, we accidentally shot through the front of the cabinet. These were 1/4 inch deep. We got them from our local Harbor Freight, but just make sure you're getting really short staples so that you don't shoot the staples through the front of the cabinet. So we came to see what we're up to.
Hey, buddy. So I just pulled my cane out of the water, so it's nice and easy to work with. It doesn't like fold up on me. And so now I'm gonna line it up just in this nice little lip that was already here because there was glass there before. So I'm gonna line it up there and then we're gonna staple it. At the end, we'll have to cut off a little bit of excess, but for now, we'll just leave it there. Oh dear. Woo! Woo! Yeah! I'm a real woman. All right, ready?
So the tricky part of this project is when you finish your first 2 sides, you're gonna have to start cutting the excess off. So, but you wanna try to pull the cane as tight as possible. Even though it's wet, it still needs to be as tight as you can get it. So what I do is I use this drywall knife. So by shoving it in the corner, this drywall knife, you can kind of crease the cane and get it to be folded over, so then you can just staple right along this edge and pull it as tight as possible before it starts to dry. So then once you get stapled all the way down this final edge, you can just take a knife and cut in the corners, and this will just trim right up. Pretty easy. Just folds right up. And you can see it's a little bit wavy still, but I'm not really worried about that because as soon as it dries, it's gonna pull tight and look really good.
So we just got this first one done and it looks really good. We have to wait for it to pull tight still, but I really like this contrast between the really dark wood and the light cane. I think it looks really modern and cool.
It's dope.
Yeah. So we'll get the rest of the pieces on and see how it looks. So we just finished staging this and we listed it about 10 minutes ago at $200, and someone is on their way to get it right now. So we bought this piece for $45, and then we have about $30 worth of cane in it. So that's $75 that we have spent on it, and then we sold it for $200. So we're pretty happy with that. We really wanted it to look like an Anthropologie dupe or a Target dupe, and we can kind of show you the ones that we were kind of inspired by. And those ones range from $400 to about $1,800. So we think that's pretty good for a $70 project for how awesome it looks.
Dude, get that out of here.
What do you think? It's a little festive. No?
Jamie loves his nutcrackers.
Very festive. I think it adds to the look. Let me know what you think down in the comments.
So Facebook Marketplace has actually been really spammy lately. Tons of ads. It's hard to see anything. It's hard to buy stuff. It's hard to sell stuff. So in our city, there's about 70,000 people on the garage sale Facebook page. So I listed on that one, and it was really great because there's no ads on there. People can really scroll through and see it. So that's kind of a way around Marketplace that we're finding that works. So that's what we did, and it ended up selling right away. So if you're finding that Marketplace isn't working as well for you, try finding local garage sale groups on Facebook. So we really love doing these high-end furniture looks for really cheap that make your home look really luxurious and high-end. So if you like this kind of thing, we're definitely going to be doing it more often. So make sure to like this video and subscribe. See you next time. What do you think?
You know what flavor these are?
Blue and green?
No, I mean what, like, are they sweet tart?
Spree maybe?
Spree, Spree candy canes, there you go.
No, they're like soft because they're so stale. Yeah.
Chewy candy canes. You know what goes perfect with a good cup of coffee? Candy canes. Old 1-year-old candy canes.
Nice and stale, my favorite.